Hey, Sandesh. Welcome to Mic Check with Nikita. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, thank you.
I am so happy to have you on my podcast. So, every episode that I've done so far, the first 5 episodes,
hmm
I have been just telling everyone thank you so much for being a part of this because the first 5 people are people that I talked to before actually launching, right? So I know that we hopped on a
Yeah,
call, we talked about the podcast, the vision, and honestly, I'm really, really, really grateful and blessed that every single person that I've talked to, you all have not even hesitated to say yes. It was literally like I pitched the vision and automatically you said yes. And
yes,
I'm very thankful and grateful for that because it makes as a person it makes me feel like not only do you believe in like the vision and what I pitched, but you also believe in me. And I think
of
you also know
course.
I would have never done something like this half, like without any half effort. Basically I had to go full way with this. So thank you
hmm
so much. Ooh, I keep hitting the mic. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
thank you.
I The reason why I actually wanted to bring you specifically onto this podcast is because you are someone who, in your own respects, on your side of the world, are a
Yeah,
big household name, right? You bring a different energy, one in all of your performances, but also in the sense of showing. I'm having the ability to show what it's like to have an artist that is literally on the other side of the world and what that part of the industry looks like. Because
yeah,
for our viewers here in the US, Canada, on our side of the world and this side of the world, we don't necessarily get to see that, right?
no,
You in your part of the world in the Netherlands and Holland, you are considered a household name. And that's a really big deal, right? So for me, I feel like I have a really big artist on my podcast because in your side of the world, you're a big deal.
yeah, yeah,
And for me, that's amazing.
yeah,
That being said, I want you to just take me through who you are as a person, where you came from, where you were born, and how you started into music. Because leading up to where you are today and where you came from, that is a really big deal. So take me
yeah.
through where were you born?
I was born on the island of Curacao. I'm not sure if everybody knows Curacao, but if I say Aruba, a lot of people know. So it's the island next to Aruba in uh, that side. So, but my parents are both Surinamese. They are born in Suriname, um, but they got work in Curacao. So that's how it happened that I was born in Curacao, and I grew up there for like 7 to 8 years. Um, yeah, so yeah, living on an island. Well, you've been to like Aruba, right? That's
Yes.
what I know. And it's like living in a dream. It's well, beachside, good weather. So yeah, it was really nice. So after that, yeah, we moved to the Netherlands, or Holland. It's just what you guys say, Holland or Netherlands? What is it?
We interchangeably say both, right? I think the
Yeah,
Netherlands is the
exactly.
overall country and then Holland's in there somewhere, geographically
It's
speaking,
the
right?
same. It's the same. Yeah,
It's the same
because
thing. Okay.
yeah, I tend to use like both, but I never know which one to use. Which one is more um popular or something.
Yeah, we use the terms interchangeably, so you could say either or.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, so we moved to Netherlands because yeah, for yeah, better reasons, like study, for to study was better in Netherlands. And from Curacao, um I, I don't know how to say it in English. Colony, 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 same. Yes.
Got it.
So it was easy to move to Netherlands, and a lot of people, like family. We also have a lot of family in Netherlands because from Suriname, people also move from Suriname to Netherlands, and we have a
Yeah.
big community of Surinamese people here in Holland, and all families and friends, everybody's here, and so yeah, born on Curaçao, moved to Netherlands, raised in both Curaçao and Netherlands, and then um, yeah, onto the music, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
where did you realize that you fell in love with music, basically?
Yeah,
Take me
so
from like
it
little
was
boy Sandesh going
yeah,
up
yeah, yeah,
further.
yeah. I was around I like 10 years, around 10 years old, and it was on school, and they gave an opportunity to take a lesson playing guitar. And
Mhm.
I didn't know nothing about music or anything about that. And then I took the letter, the note, back home, and then discussed it with my parents. And my parents like, yeah, try. You never know. Maybe you like it, maybe not, but just try, and then you will know.
Yeah.
So I went, I did the guitar lesson, and then that was the moment that I said, yes, I like this, and this is the music. That's well, how you said it. Like that's where I fell in love with music.
So you started off as
Um,
a musician first. You didn't actually start singing first.
exactly. Yes,
Wow.
exactly. I was a musician first, and then I played guitar for like 4 years, maybe.
Mhm.
Um, and then also in yeah, we startup bands. We had startup bands and then played in the band also. And then well, music connects, right? So with music, I started making new friends. And
Yeah.
with those friends, there was a few of my friends. They also musicians, and one of them said like, "Hey, um, maybe you like playing keyboard also." And I was like, "Well, let's give it a try. You never know." Same
Yeah.
thing. And then we took keyboard lessons,
Hmm.
and I like that also. So um, started playing. Besides guitar, I started playing keyboard, and so still no singing, still musician, just guitar and keyboard. And same thing. Started playing in bands, startup bands, local bands here in Netherlands. With Surinamese, like the chutney music, same thing.
Yeah.
And then, so I was the keyboardist in a band, and then we had some different singers. And in a rehearsal, what happened? We had a rehearsal, and the we had like two or three singers, and all of them called in sick. So we had a rehearsal without singers. And then the other musicians, the drummer and the bass, and everybody said like, "Yo, Sandesh, uh, like we need vocals to make music, you know." And then
Yeah.
they said like, "Just pull up the mic in front of your keyboard and sing some so that we have a voice, you know."
Yeah.
And then that was the moment that I was like, "Okay, no problem. It wouldn't sound good or anything. I didn't know nothing about singing." So
Yeah.
I pulled the mic in front of my keyboard and I started singing, and the whole band stopped playing at that moment. And they was like, "Yo, you can sing. This sounds very good." And I was thinking like, yeah, they are making fun of me. it's
Yeah.
it's awful. I thought no, they're making fun of me or something. And then they're like pushing like, no, really, 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 it's really, really good. I was like, okay, I think they're not making jokes or fun of me.
Yeah.
This was serious. Like it twisted to very serious. I was like, okay, cool. And then uh, I remember the manager of that band told me, from now on, Sandesh, every gig or that we had in birthday parties or anything, he said, from now on you will sing every gig you will sing one song. So that's how it started like, and I was very nervous. I was like, "Whoa, is it
Wow.
really good or not?" And then hearing it from more friends, like, "Hey, it sounds good. You're singing very nice."
Hmm.
And so from one song every gig, it went to two songs, three songs, four songs. Eventually,
Wow.
it went to I stopped playing keyboard. I was like, "Yo, I like this. I like being in the front and
And singing.
singing, yeah, and singing." And so at that moment, I realized, yeah, I want to become a singer,
So
but
then from
just
there, it just
occasionally.
naturally progressed, basically.
Sorry.
From there, it just naturally progressed.
Yes, 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 exactly,
Wow.
exactly. But it was just in local bands and just what I said, birthday parties and some weddings, just as a hobby. Yeah.
So when did you actually start taking it very seriously? Like, I want to almost make this a career.
Um,
Or did you just
well,
naturally fall into it, basically?
I naturally fell into it because like last weekend I told one of my friends, like, if you had asked me like 5 or 6 years ago that I would go from singing music occasionally for a hobby to touring an international career, I would
Yeah.
have said you are crazy. How? Yeah, it's not gonna happen. I never knew that this was coming into my life, or it just like that it happened, and so I never knew. I never knew, and now it's like a real blessing.
So you obviously, and how old were you when you actually started singing? Like when that moment happened?
Mm, I think I was around 13 years old, 12, 13. Yeah.
Wow. So you were
Yeah, yeah,
singing
yeah, yeah.
from like, well, you were in a band at 13?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, yes, yes. Crazy,
Wow.
yeah?
That really is insane because a lot of people don't really get into like a band until they're like in high school. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, exactly.
when they
Yeah.
reach like 17 is when they really start
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
recognizing or like at least being in a band. So the fact that you were
Mm-hmm.
playing guitar, you became a keyboardist, and then you started singing all before 13, that's kind of
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. And also it was very young age, and I remember um everywhere when we had rehearsals or anything, like my parents had to take me because I couldn't go uh otherwise, and they
Yeah,
were
because you
like
were so
waiting,
young.
waiting, waiting. Yeah, yeah, exactly,
Oh
exactly.
my
So
God.
yeah.
So my question to you is now if you fast forward, right? I know that CSM 2020 kind of made you like this, the international artist that you are, right? It was
Yeah.
probably, I would call that your like turning point in your career, correct?
Yeah, yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
So leading up to CSM, like, did that just naturally happen that you just decided you wanted to join and be a part of that? Or was it kind of like it was the next milestone to hit at that point in time?
It's that also this one is a funny story. Um
Give me the
so
tea. I want to hear
the
it.
yeah, 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 yeah. This is a good one, good story. So what happened? It was social media, Facebook,
Mm,
when Ravi Baburam sent me a message through Facebook.
mhm.
And for us in the music industry here in Netherlands, it has always been Netherlands and Suriname, Netherlands. It wasn't like a big thing, and like I didn't even know that um, the same music that we share lives on in Trinidad and Guyana and in
Oh
America,
wow.
in Canada. I did not know, and
Yeah.
most of the people here, we never knew, but it was thanks to social media actually, that and
Mm.
YouTube, that like Ravi Baburam, he found me on YouTube, and he like searched for me, and he sent me a message, and I was like, I I I still remember getting the message, and I spoke to a friend. I said, "Yo, this guy, he messaged me about like he likes my music, my songs, and he wants to collaborate."
Hmm.
And for me, that was a new thing. I never thought about collaborating internationally, or like. And I was like, Trinidad, where is that? I was like, no information. You don't know nothing. And then well, like everything went in my life, I was like, just go with the flow. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's just do it and see, yeah, what it brings. And for of that at that moment, it was just for fun, same thing. And um, it was so much fun that actually he even traveled to Netherlands to make the music video. So yeah, a
Wow.
very big thanks to Ravi Baburam. That's the guy that yeah,
So he like
turned.
spotted you. He basically discovered you on that
Yeah,
side.
yeah. Honestly, yeah. And then the question about Chutney Soka Monarch, um, I never knew that CSM was like a winning contest or anything. I thought it was just a gig. I thought it was just a show. So when Ravi told me, he asked me like, "Hey, let's do a song, and then you can come over for Chutney Soka Monarch." So I went on YouTube. I saw. I like, oh, that's big. That's nice, very nice. So I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, just do it. I want to be on a show in Trinidad. So not knowing at that moment that it was like you have to enter, and there's
Yeah.
judges, and the whole story about it. And then well, we went, and it was the I say the half finale.
The
The
finale. Yeah. So
Yeah,
was that did you guys went to the semifinals, right? Like you made it all the way to the
semi. Yeah,
semifinals.
exactly. That was the word I was
Okay.
searching for. Semifinals, and so we traveled to Trinidad. We did the semifinals, and for me that was already very big. For me, it was first time. Like I've been to Suriname a lot of times, also
Yeah.
to perform, but that was like it was for us like normal. It's like, of
Yeah.
course, our people are there. We are going to know. We know the culture. We know the people.
Yeah.
And the first time going to Trinidad was that's also one of the times that I was really nervous because I was thinking like I don't know the people. I don't know the culture. I don't know the language. It's English basically, but
Yeah.
still it's different. It's different
There's
than
still an
what.
accent. There's still a different way
Yeah,
of
accent. It
communicating.
was
Yeah.
it was so many different things, and for me it was like boom, and last whoa, and then I
Mhm.
never knew that after the semifinals that I was like, yeah, I'm just a guy from Netherlands. Um, I'm not gonna make it to the finals. And
Yeah.
then I remember on the airport when we went back, George Singh, he was giving names of people that went to the finals. And so for in my mind, I thought, yeah, I already did the semis, and that was for me, it was great, and I didn't think that I would reach the finals. And then, like even in my schedule, I did not prepare for that. And then
Yeah.
in the on the airport on the flight back, when he called my name in the list of the people that went to finals, I was like going crazy. I thought, what? What is happening? Really? So and then the rush and everything. We have to go again to back to Trinidad, and then um, what the difficulty was the preparations, the preps. Like
Yeah.
I live in Netherlands, and everything was like the dancers, the preps, everything is over there. So I
Yeah.
had to do it on phone call, and then going to Trinidad, and then like on the day itself, running through all the things. So it was very hectic. It was crazy.
But that's also like the fun part, right? It's like the whirlwind
Mm,
of it all,
mm,
not
mm.
knowing, but then it just happens That's insane though, that
Yeah.
how you like fell into all of this and now you're making
Yes.
like a full career out of it,
Yeah,
which is
yeah, yeah, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it's
That's how you
crazy.
know
And
like
then
destiny is really a thing. Because how else would you really think about how life would actually happen? Do you know what I'm saying? It's so
Mhm.
interesting to see. So now I want to take it a little bit of a step back. So when you said that
Mhm.
before Ravi Baburam even, reached out to you, you weren't aware of like Trinidad and the fact that there's a lot of like, Indian or
Yeah,
Indo-Caribbean music there as well, right?
yeah.
So was it because just in general in Holland and the Netherlands, it wasn't a big deal over there? Like I'm sure we always call
Mhm.
them our three pillars, but like Ravi B, Raymond Ramnarine, and KI are like our three pillars for us in
Yeah.
the chutney soca industry, right? Were
Mhm.
they peop like prominent people in Holland at that point? Like, did people hear about them over there, or were you just maybe not aware of it yourself?
Um, well, I yeah, basically not a lot of people were aware about Ravi B. KI. Raymond was always coming to Netherlands for years, so everybody knew Dylan Adan and Raymond. So that
Yeah.
was for sure a thing. But um, like that it's this big and around the world in what I the names that we had, Guyana, Trinidad,
Yeah.
USA, Canada, that nobody was aware about that.
Like to the
And
scale of
so
how big
this
they are, and
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. It's and I think social media changed that because then
Yeah.
what on YouTube you could say see that different countries, different artists, but in Holland, Suriname, we have our own like popular names and bands, and the main focus was always those bands and those names. And in the last few years, you see the big change that artists are getting gigs now in
Yeah.
Suriname, in Holland. It's always been there, but now, yeah, a lot more.
Well, yeah, and I say, and the reason why I asked that question is not
Mhm.
diminishing, how big Ravi, Ki, and Raymond are, because we all know now, like in their respects, like they're huge artists. But I bring
Yeah.
that up because I want to show that there is a disconnect in the fact that all of our industries are separate, right? Meanwhile,
Yes.
we all
Yes.
come from the same similar cultures, right?
Yeah.
Like we all came from descendants or having like an ancestral background in India, right? And then we
Yes.
all
Yes.
migrated to Guyana, Trinidad, and Suriname, but
Yeah.
somehow Suriname and those who traveled over to Holland, it still ended up being a totally separate
Yeah.
industry, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Which
Yeah.
is so interesting because and again to what you just said, social media is a really big deal now, right? Is bringing it all
Mm-hmm.
together. But that just goes to show like how separate all the industries are, and that was one of the things that I talked to you about when it came to pitching this vision, is just bringing light to all of those artists that don't normally get the recognition because they're on the other side of the world, right? Like
Yes.
you and like there's a few names that especially have traveled to like Trinidad and Guyana, right? Like I know
Yes.
we'll talk more about this going forward, but you've traveled to Guyana, you've traveled to Canada, you've been here in the US, and
Yes.
that's really only happened in the last 3 years, about,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yes. That's true.
Which is also, again, to your credit, why I'm really happy that you're doing this podcast with me, because you really are considered a big name in your own respect in Holland,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I want to talk about how, because you've done collabs with Savita Singh, you've done collabs with Ravi B and
Yes.
Nisha B. How did that come about? Because again, to your credit, right, to what you said, CSM, Ravi Baburam, those collabs kind of just happened,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
that brought more of a credit to your name in terms of you as an artist, right?
Yeah.
So I know Ravi's collab came first. How did that come about?
Well, so um, given the information that I just said, I just did research. I went on YouTube. I was checking, okay, Trinidad, Guyana. What are the artists? So when I went to Chutney Soca Monarch, I've seen on YouTube the previous CSMs, and I
Yeah.
was checking. Okay, cool. These artists, and then uh, obviously I came across Ravi B. And the fun thing is, I remember I told because I was already working with Maha Productions,
Yeah.
and because of the songs with Ravi Baburam, and also Terry was in one of the songs too. And then
Mhm.
I was um, every time I was thinking, okay, what's gonna be the next step? What's gonna be the next step? What are we gonna do now?
Yeah.
And then yeah, I'm big fan of Ravi B, of course. And then um, I called Maha. We were already in a conversation about other songs, and then I remember I was telling Maha, I said like, "Yo, um, I have like a dream, like once in a lifetime. I just want to be make this happen. I just want to have a song with Ravi B."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Can you make this happen?" He was like, "Yeah, no problem. I'll just call him." I was like, "What? Really? Seriously?" And then Maha, working with Maha, that's so amazing because from the first moment that we talked on the phone and I sent him my vocals, also Maha said like, "Yo, Sandesh, he really likes my voice, how I sing," and then I just pitched it like. I just want a song with Ravi. And for me, I was like, maybe it will happen, maybe not. We will see. And then I sent him some songs. And then all of a sudden, he called me and he said, Sandesh, I spoke to Ravi and we're going to make this happen. I was like, what? Really? And I did not believe it. I didn't believe, I did not believe it. And then one night on WhatsApp, he just sent me a demo, a voice note, and then the first thing I remember, I played it, and first thing I hear was Bodo, and I was like, "Whoa, shit, what?" And that was just on the song that I sent him. Like, I wanted this song, and he just created it, and yeah, I'm so thankful for Maha Productions, Rishi, that he made this happen. That's how the collab with Rafi B, yeah,
Wow.
happened.
Again, these things are just
Yeah,
falling through for you.
yeah.
It's just happening. So my question is, right, for people who don't understand like what it's like in Holland, like in terms of the industry and how things are happening over there. Can you give me a little bit of
Mhm.
an idea of that? Like, and I say that in the sense of, for us, we have like a bunch of big like festivals that happen here, right? Like Pagua is a big deal. Like
Yes.
everyone wants to travel to Guyana or Trinidad for Pagua.
Yeah.
Carnival season is a big deal here. A song needs to come out for carnival season here.
Yeah.
In Holland, what are the like the big main events that everyone strives to be a part of, right? Like, and I
Mm,
say that like over here we have Chutney World, right? In New York, at least.
yes.
In Canada, we have Reviver, right?
Hmm.
In Holland, what is that? What are those events? And I say that because I've been preparing obviously to do this interview with you, and
Hmm.
I was looking up a lot of things and I did a lot of research, and I
Yeah.
saw a few festivals like Hindi Fest, I believe was one of them.
Hmm.
So just give me an idea of like what is that like? Like what are the big events there that people strive to
Yeah.
be a part of?
Yeah. So basically, so let's talk about so the industry in the Netherlands,
Mhm.
with our Surinamese-based people and community. Um, Most of the gigs and shows that we do are birthdays, weddings. That's every weekend. Like every weekend, we have like weddings, birthdays, private gigs, right?
Yeah.
But in terms of events, Same Pagua. Pagua is big here. The only thing
Mhm.
with Pagua in Holland, it's cold. So yeah, it's good. It's not the same like
Like the season's
Suriname or
different.
Guyana. Season
Yeah.
is different, but everybody loves Pagua, and we celebrate it big. There's a few parties that they do events, right? And
Yeah.
a few cities even. So that's big. People like to go to Pagua. Then Diwali is also big, like theater shows, concerts. And then you mentioned Hindi Fest. Hindi Fest also big, but um, there's also like in a month, once or twice in a month, there are like promoters that give events, right?
Yeah.
So there's always events for the local bands that we have, local bands, and in the last few years, you see they are bringing artists in from states, from Guyana, Trinidad. So those events are always big, and it's when people see like let's for example, Savita Singh when she comes
Yeah.
to Holland, um, that is seen as a big show, and it's always big. And Raymond, same thing, Ravi. So when these big names from Trinidad or Guyana they come, um, they bring out mass of people, and those
Yeah.
events are big. And for summertime, there's Milan. This year was with Savita Singh. That's big. Um, so yeah, it's there's not like one main big event.
Yeah.
It's through the year. There's just different concepts. Yeah.
Wow. So a lot of, I guess, then the business in Holland runs on mainly private gigs. Is that correct?
Yeah, mainly, yeah,
Mainly
mainly
private
private gigs.
gigs.
Exactly. Yes.
Wow. So it's not like you're just you have like shows every week, and it's more like if you have more private gigs, the better it is over there.
Exactly, exactly, yeah. And then there's like we have the talent is very big because we have like 10 plus bands here in
Oh
Holland.
wow.
So like I play in a band, and then other singers they have their own bands, and but every band, every artist is still booked like in a weekend. Like there's the
Wow.
community is big. There's so many um, private events that there's room for everybody to have a gig.
Wow. So
Yeah,
10 plus bands. That's a huge industry then over there because
yeah, yeah,
that's it's not that vast over here in from what I'm aware
yeah,
of.
yeah. So
Wow, that's actually
that's the
really
big
interesting.
difference. That's a big difference. If you're looking at the music industry in Holland, and from what I've seen on the other side of the world and what
Mhm.
we have in Holland, it's like we have plenty of talent, plenty of artists, plenty of bands, and so music is it's actually very big over here.
So in and from what I've seen at least when I've researched things, you guys are all
Hmm.
also collaborating a lot with each other as well.
Yeah, yeah, as well, yes, yes,
Yeah, like
and
I've seen like different artists still singing with other bands, still coming together, doing things together. You know what I mean? Like I've seen that, and I think that's really cool because it's a very from what I can tell, it's a very, very collaborative industry on that side, which I
yeah,
think is so interesting because you're still getting a chance to, everyone's getting a chance to eat, basically. Everyone's getting a
yeah,
chance to
yeah,
get
yeah.
booked. Everyone's still having a lot of business and everyone's still sharing it all together, which is really nice to see, actually.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, so that's and like everybody collaborates here also exactly what you're saying. There's room, plenty of space to work with each other, to support each other, to help each other. And like even like when some of the bands they have private shows, right? And
Hmm.
what we also do is like when a singer is calling in sick or anything, Like then sometimes they call me, and then I go and I sing with another band just to help them, to support them. And same for me. There's plenty of times that I cannot be at a show or a gig. Then we call somebody else, and he stands in for me. So we are very supportive and helping each other here.
Wow, that's actually really
Yeah.
cool. So, being that you are someone who has traveled internationally, toured,
Yeah.
done the big shows, and when I say the big shows, I mean like you've done Reviver, you've done
Yeah.
CSM, you've been a part of Clash. Oh my God.
Yes.
Um, being that you're an international artist, right? What are the differences that you see in Holland
hmm
versus on this side of the world? And it doesn't have to be anything negative or anything, bad, but
Yeah, yeah.
what are those key differences that you see?
The biggest key difference is that on that side of the world, um, the you are treated, or like you feel like you're a real big artist. Um,
Mm,
it's hard to explain, but the thing is, so in Holland, like the private events, we have a lot of private events, but we are very open to the community and the people. Like everybody can just come and have a conversation with you, like that. And
mm.
from what I've seen in the other side of the world is that um, it's really yeah, you that's the moment that you are seen as a real artist, like a big artist. It's
You're
yeah,
saying
it's
in
funny,
terms of
but
like in terms of accessibility, like how people can come
yeah,
in terms of like, well, I mean, I think, is it because in Holland that's your hub, right? Like technically, and I
yeah,
say that in the sense of like here in New York, it's easier for a lot of people to just come up to us and say hi and talk to all of the artists in some aspects, right?
yeah,
Because they come here a lot.
yes,
Like if you look at our New York artists, Randy, Ranjiv, and Anil are like our three here, right? Like that come from
mm-hmm.
New York and are traveling and are considered international artists. But it's
Yeah,
also very easy to go up to them if they see them on the street, right? Because our community is a
yeah,
little bit smaller here, right? Richmond
yes,
Hill
yeah,
and South Ozone is where we mostly are located, right?
yeah.
And but they are there a lot. So do you feel like it's like that because Holland is your hub, or is it because just the way the shows and the events are done on this side of the world are very different from how it's done over there?
Yeah, I think that's exactly how you say it. It's like Holland is the hub, and it's also like, but the feeling that I get is, oh, maybe us. It's because it's different people, different culture, different community,
Yeah.
and being there, like for in Holland, it's like normal standard, and then
Yeah.
going in a different country, well, it's like obviously that you feel different, and like people come, and it's also, I think the thing is also that when we go to the other side of the world to perform, it's
Mhm.
not that people can book you easily, or see you like weekly weekly on
Yeah.
show, or like, okay, let's not go to the show today because we can see him in 2 or 3 weeks again. In
Yeah.
Holland, that's I think that's what happening, and that gives us that feeling.
Yeah. I I also wanted to understand a little bit about, so you coming and traveling onto this side of the world and being able to perform at the events that are on this side. It goes to your credit because it shows that your music is being translated all over the world,
Mm-hmm.
basically, right? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
coming
Mm-hmm.
over this side.
Yes.
Coming back to a show like Reviver or Clash,
Yeah.
right? What is like when you're coming into these new spaces, right? Do
Mm-hmm.
you feel a sense of I'm the newcomer, so I have to like be on my toes? Or do you feel a sense of camaraderie when you're coming around? And I say that in the sense of like if we take it a step back and we talk about like Clash, right? There was
Yeah.
probably a lot of artists from almost every single country that we come from there, right? From
Yeah.
Holland, from the
Hmm.
USA, from Canada, from Trinidad, from Guyana, from all over, right? And
Yeah.
you're coming into a space like that, speaking to, you know, people that are big in their own respect in their own countries. So,
Yeah.
do you feel like when you're in those settings, you're a newcomer because it's always different, right? And I say that in the sense of you in Holland, you're a big name there, right? But then when you go
Hmm.
to some place like Guyana or Trinidad, that's a new industry and that's where the industries are so separated, right? So do you feel like you
Yeah.
have to act like a newcomer or do you almost feel like it's just chill and it's fine?
No, in the beginning, it's like it was like a newcomer. That
Yeah.
was like, yeah, and but it was really fun because what I felt and what I saw was like walking in Clash, like
Yeah.
backstage or and all these different artists, big names, everything, but everybody had approached me or. I approached them. I was like, "Oh yeah, you're the guy from Holland. You're the new guy, new new artist," and that was fun. Yeah, because I felt the same thing as they, like as you said, as a newcomer. Like, okay, this is new to me, but it was very nice to like that they opened up and they were giving like a space, a room. Like, yo, you can fill in. You're one of us. That's what they, what's how it happened and in the beginning it was very yeah, new to me as newcomer, but
Yeah.
um now it's crazy how it went from being the new guy as and now it's like, okay, it's a normal thing. Yeah.
Yeah. You're literally a household name all over the world,
Yeah, yeah.
which is kind of insane.
Yeah, it's insane, it's insane. And now like even if it's Ravi or Savita or it's like family, it just feels like family. And even in Guyana, if you do, like Tony or Terry, all these names, and now it's in the beginning it was all new and like, whoa, so nice, and now it's like everybody, the whole community, the whole industry, um, like are they feel like family. Everybody now.
That's really nice that
Yeah.
you're reached that point where you feel like everyone just comes together and can be friendly
Yes.
with each other, or at least with you now
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
So, what I wanted to ask you is, again, like I said before to you, the vision is, especially with this episode, is to bring light to those that are also in Holland and in the Netherlands
Yes.
and try to, in some way, bring our entire industry together, right? Again, we are siloed, we are all very separate. So I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to ask you, as someone who's been in the game for a while now, who's been able to, sit at a table with all of the big names, what do you feel like we should do as an industry to bring everyone together? Do you feel like there is a sense of responsibility that you or people that are higher up in our industry should make more of an effort to like collaborate more with those in the Netherlands? Do you feel like even the smallest thing that what we should do to bring everyone together and to also bring
Mm-hmm.
light to all of the great talent, because you guys have a lot of talent in Suriname
Yeah. Yeah,
and
that's
in
true.
the Netherlands.
Yeah. I
So what do you feel is
um
something that we should be doing as a community?
What so yeah, I feel like the talent that we have in Holland, there's so many names that I can like sum up now. Like new talent, young talent, like even the names there are people are singing here in bands for like 20 years, 30 years. There's big names, but I feel that actually we're already doing it like working together
Yeah.
and but I feel like there has to be a point that that it's 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 very difficult to get some collaborations with some artists, right?
Yeah.
So I think that space needs to be given, like the approach, like everybody deserves a chance, everybody
Yeah.
deserves a chance to duo collaborations. And of course it's gonna be difficult, but um from our side, I know everybody's trying, and from the other side, I everybody is already open to it, but I think we can do it more and more.
Yeah.
And that is for the Holland artists, but also Surinamese. And we have great singers in Suriname, but and they don't have the collaborations. But I feel some of the names that they could be so big and so good, but they are not discovered yet.
Yeah.
And I think both sides. I think they think it's difficult to. Um, Everybody is asking like, how can I do a collab? How can I get approach somebody? How can I approach an artist? How can I so fix these things? So maybe as a community together, we should make the contact easier with each other.
Yeah. Just be open more to
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I don't mean to put the responsibility on you, right? But I feel like,
Hmm.
or do you feel like because you are one of the few from Holland or the Netherlands or even Suriname that is
Hmm.
sitting at this table, that do you feel that sense of responsibility that maybe if you see someone who has great talent, but it's like
Yes.
untapped energy, right? Or untapped
Hmm.
talent, do you feel like you're in a position where you can go to those people that you've been working with and say like, listen, this is a great singer, I think you should do a collaboration with them?
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
like you're
Yeah.
in that respect at that level where you can do that? Because I do feel
Yes.
like it also has to start with the people that are already here, right? Like
Yeah.
we have to be able to give everyone a shout out, those who definitely deserve it or need it, and not just the names that
Yes.
are doing amazing things here, but even those
Yeah.
that are just so untapped in their talent. Do you feel like you're able to do that, or you're at that space where you can do that, or do you feel like you still need to reach a little bit of a height to have those conversations with those people?
No, no. I feel that responsibility already, and
Yeah.
like the people that I spoken to, um, I have been in these conversations with people like, yo, you need to collaborate, you need to do a song, and I will keep doing that, like helping and giving the ways to the artists, to the collaborations, like do it, because there's too much undiscovered talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now bringing up, and I guess maybe we can just do this really quickly, but since we have this podcast, we have this platform, are there any names that you want to just throw out there for people to just listen to their music? Because I can give you a few already, but based on my
Yeah.
research and what I've seen, are there any people that you feel like that you can just shout out now and just be like, guys, go listen to their music? Because social media is a powerful thing, right? Like we're having this interview, this whole
Yes.
podcast session virtually.
Yeah.
You're in a different time zone too. You're 6 hours ahead, and here
Yeah.
we are
Yeah. Yeah.
having
Yeah.
this interview, and this is a great thing, right? So, do you feel like what are those names or who are those people that you feel like we should, as a community, just listen to?
First of all, I think the easiest way to get to those names is not everybody is on Apple Music or Spotify or those platforms, because a lot of music for these names, they just sing live. They haven't had like real music recordings in studio. So I would say go on YouTube and like put out like local bands, or Chutney Holland, Chutney Netherlands.
Now, what I really want to like quickly go into is your music influences in Holland are a little bit different than what we have on this side of the
Yeah.
world, right? We have a lot of
Hmm.
influences of actual soca because of
Yeah.
Trinidad. We have a lot of
Mm-hmm.
influences of also like Afro beats and dance hall because Jamaica's right there geographically. We also have a lot of Bollywood influences, right? A lot of our songs are Bollywood covers as well. But
Mm-hmm.
from what I've seen, the influences that you all have in Holland and the Netherlands and even Suriname is mostly Baita Ghana. You have a lot of Dutch influences. So tell me about
Mm-hmm.
that. How does that come about? Like, because the music is a little bit different, right? You're considered,
Yeah,
in my
it's
opinion,
it,
your
it
genre is
it
mostly
is.
chutney, like meaty chutney.
Yes. Yeah, it is really really different actually.
Yeah,
The music that like you guys listen to, well we listen also to it, but
yeah,
like if you go to a private event here
mhm,
and the bands are playing, first thing that you will notice is they play fast. That's the BPM, the tempo is not the same as the soca and the chutney soca.
yeah,
It's we play our music a lot faster, and that's for like the local bands, but also the Baitagana. It's also
yeah.
very fast, the music, yeah. And our influences is well, Dutch music also, but more Surinamese influences that we get, because our roots are from like from India to Suriname to Netherlands.
Yeah.
And Surinamese music is also um, uh, on your side. Like, I don't think that people know what Surinamese music, like the real Surinamese music, sounds like. In some of my
Not
songs,
as
I did a
much.
few pieces. No, not as much
Yeah.
exactly. And the Surinamese language is also different. They also speak Dutch, but they also have the Surinamese language itself. And then we have like the EDM. Dancehall has always been there, so
Hmm.
that influence we also have. Um, yeah, but it's like a combination of Bollywood, like this from the roots from India,
Yeah.
Bollywood music, the Bhojpuri, the Patagana, and then adding the Surinamese music into it, and then adding some Dutch music to it.
Yeah. There's this
That's
song. Um, Again, prepping for this, I was listening to a lot of music, but
Mhm.
there's this song. I don't know if
Mhm.
I'm pronouncing it correctly, so don't come for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
But I think
Tell
it's
me.
called A Babao. I think is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Was I
Yes.
right? I pronounced it right.
Yeah, I was right. Was that? Hey,
Okay.
Baba. Yeah.
Yeah. I for some reason I love that song. I hear it and I'm
Okay.
like,
It is
and for
nice.
some
Yeah.
reason I understand it. I don't know why. I feel like I can hear the context clues a little bit, but that's I don't know if that is a Surinamese song though, right? Or am I wrong?
Exactly.
It
Exactly.
is.
No, that is Surinamese language too. It's not Dutch.
Wow.
It's Surinamese exactly. And so, same thing. Is Surinamese language. You have the music industry there is also very big.
Yeah.
So also Surinamese talent, and that's like we mix those popular songs from the Surinamese side, and we blend it into the Baitagana and the chutney that we have, and like we create mixes together with those songs. So that's very different. That like you could say actually, like if I'm thinking now about it, like how soca is used for chutney.
Yeah.
And in your side, then we use Surinamese songs for our chutney. That's how it blends.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. It's so interesting to see geographically like how different things are, even
Yeah.
though we all come from the similar culture, right? Like we all come from India. We've all come from
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
that background, but just seeing where everyone has settled, it's so different, right? Like it's still
Yeah.
very different. And I say that because when we talk about us as West Indies or West Indians or Indo Caribbeans, right?
Hmm.
We really only think about Trinidad and Guyana. We don't actually think
Yeah.
about as much Suriname, right? But it's
Yeah.
still such a huge part of our culture because a lot of our chutney music comes from Suriname. It does.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
And
Yeah,
I and
that's
I've and
true.
I've seen that. Wow, this is actually really interesting. I'm happy you're bringing a lot of light to the influences of the music because we all hear songs like Shirley Gal,
Mm-hmm.
and for us, like that's a huge, huge, huge chutney song,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But we also don't understand where the influences come from as well. So I think that's a really big deal. My Before we kind of wrap up and stuff, right? I
Mm-hmm.
really want to just say again, thank you so much for doing this. And I say that
Thank.
because you're in a little in a big way for me, but you're helping my little mission of bringing, recognition to West Indians or Indo-Caribbeans all over the world, right? We're such a I feel like we're such a huge but also small community. But a
Yeah,
lot of people don't realize that we're literally all over the world, right?
over the world. Yeah,
And
exactly. Yeah.
I realistically didn't understand that until
Mm-hmm.
I met you last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went to Aruba for that show, right?
Yeah.
When I was telling my friends that I'm going to Aruba to perform, they all looked at me and they were like, "There's West Indians in Aruba. We have
Mm-hmm.
people that live there." And I'm like, "Yeah, guys, apparently, because we're going for a show."
Yeah.
But I think like just bringing light to the fact that we're all over the world. We're not just in one specific region of the world, right? And there's not just one specific region that's bringing out music, and not just music, right? In general, it's the fact that we have West Indians or Indo-Caribbeans all over the world doing so much, right? And I'm not just talking about music in terms of the singers that are out there. You guys have
Yeah.
amazing Dolak players. You have amazing
Yeah.
musicians in general, right? That are
Yeah.
just such untapped talent, but we hear
Yeah.
the music, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like again, and I've talked to you about this, outside of things, outside of this interview, but for here on this side of the world, the radio is a huge, huge, huge song,
Mhm.
right? And
Yeah.
that's your voice. But a lot of people don't
Yes.
realize that that's your voice because you don't get a chance to come here
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and and perform in like the bigger shows. And I say come here, I mean like in New York, right? Obviously
Yeah. Yeah.
because there's different laws for each country, right? It's harder to come over here and perform.
Yes.
Um,
Exactly. Yeah.
but and I keep hitting this. But again, the power of social media, right? Again, we're doing this virtually. We're bringing light to the fact that you are this huge artist in Holland, but we're also bringing light to the fact that there's so many untapped artists in Holland.
Mm.
And I keep mentioning this because I think it's a really big deal that we're sitting here and in a small way trying to bring that together. So
Yeah.
again,
And
that was my very
it's
long-winded way of saying thank you for this because I I do, and again, I'm going to continuously say this. We are such an amazing culture, right? We're not just considered, people look at us Indo Caribbeans and they think, oh, they're just people that
mm.
somehow came from India. But we're
Yeah.
not, we're not just Indians. We've created our own culture, right? Like
Yeah.
us as Indo
Mm.
Caribbeans, we have our own culture. Like we just talked about the music influences that your side of the world has, and the fact that you talked about like EDM being a big part, or
Yeah.
having dance hall there, or having Surinamese influences, that in itself is just fusing a bunch of different cultures together.
Yes.
So thank you for helping me in this little mission of mine.
No, thank you. Thank you.
I am so grateful and thankful that you were able to do this for me. Before we end, is there anything that you would like to say to everyone watching on this side of the world? They're
Mm-hmm.
going to see this episode on YouTube. It's going to be on Apple Music. It'll be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. It'll be on Spotify. And I will be putting all of your information in the description so that they can go look at all of your songs. But is there
Yes.
anything that you want to say to your fans on this side of the world? Because
Yeah.
we don't get to see you
First,
like that.
no, no. First of all, thank you. Thank you for having me on your podcast. And it's beautiful that we share the same vision. And what I want to thank everybody that's watching first of all also. And the vision is we need to keep building these bridges. We need to make the connections, share the information, but share our culture, the beautiful culture that we have. And it's globally. You see what you mentioned in Aruba, in US, in Canada, even South Africa is adding now to the list, and
Yeah.
Mauritius, and Fiji, and New Zealand. There's like we are getting to know people from all over the world that before never knew. We never knew that we share the same the same connection, the same language, the same music. And seeing that now, let's work together. Let's work together. Let's share the information, the music, and like for anybody, like for if even if you're um, a newcomer, a new talent, young or old, whatever, which age, and you see that you're walking like towards the wall, or you don't know what is the next step to do to get seen, that people can hear your song or anything. Like for now the message is contact me or you. Like if you
Yeah.
don't know what to do, we are here. We are here for everybody. We are here for you. Like we make music, but we want to share the same music and opportunities that that we have been given. So and it's not that we're gonna keep that for ourselves. We're gonna share it. So let us know, and we are here for you, for everybody.
Well, Sandesh, thank you so much for joining my podcast. I'm so thankful that you were here and I appreciate you being here. It
Yes,
was
you
great
too.
talking to
Thank you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you so much. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, hopefully, people will understand the Dutch music industry, the Surinamese, Holland. Hopefully, people, I give some more information, some more backgrounds to what we do over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.